hold on to your hats, buckle up your seatbelts, because we're going to keep things moving.
Yes, and then we have at midnight, we have our Essential One Today special. That's our... It's always been the most unique multivitamin in the world. Tonight, it's even more unique than it's ever been with the special form of B12, 2,000 IU of vitamin D. So it's like a separate vitamin D when you get your Essential One, and it's the lowest price it's ever been in 38 years of existence.
Yeah, you're going to be blown away when you see that value. None of us could believe it. It is really an exciting offer we have coming up with Essential One at midnight. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about cranberry benefits. This is another one. Many of us take this religiously every single day. And if you have urinary tract issues, or if you're looking to keep the environment in your urinary tract healthy, the cranberry it's a godsend for many of us. I want to show you the offer today because there are 4 choices. As we said, when Andrew's here for the visits, everything's free shipping. You get extra savings on everything. So right now you're choosing if you'd like a 30, a 60, a 120, or a 240. That's the size, how many capsules you get in your bottle. Here's where the pricing normally is. And for this day, for a 1-day visit here is the savings across the board. And of course, you're saving about $50 off if you're doing, you're getting, for $50, you're getting home 240 capsules. So you decide the size you'd like and take advantage of this. This one, by the way, is a huge customer pick on hsn.com. Out of a perfect 5-star review, 4.8 of the stars are perfect. 4.8 of the reviews are perfect 5 stars. So that just gives you an example. It's really not easy to have an average with close to 500 reviews. It's not easy to come in at a 4.8 average, which means the vast majority of people make this a perfect product.
It means it's almost 90% 5-star reviews and probably 98, 99% positive reviews.
That's right.
So, and it's a product that's a very straightforward product. It's long ago been established both traditionally for centuries, but now scientific research has confirmed that cranberry is an absolutely wonderful natural tool in terms of maintaining and supporting and promoting the health of our bladder, our kidneys, our urinary tract. The problem is cranberries on their own taste incredibly bitter. The only way they typically become palatable is by adding large amounts of sugar. Cranberry juice ends up typically being over 100 calories of sugar per cup. So it really is, to solve one problem and to support your bladder and kidneys by delivering that much sugar is certainly just causing another problem. Those levels of calories and sugar, not healthy. So many suffer from type 2 diabetes. You really don't need to be consuming that kind of sugar, but what we've done here is we've extracted the beneficial component from the cranberry and we put it in a small, easy-to-swallow capsule. It's just that simple. And the reviews of this product, again, I can talk about the science, I could talk about how this product was designed, but the reviews, you see it there. What's amazing is if you look at just the 4- and 5-star reviews, that's 448 out of 474.
Exactly.
It means only 26 of over 474 reviews weren't 4- or 5-star reviews. And I think that's the ultimate validation, which is why I love the reviews. I mean, the reviews let me, they inform me how to make a better product when my product needs help. And I appreciate that help. With a product like this, it validates, it reinforces the potential benefits you can get. And again, it's something, if your urinary tract is something that you've had challenges with in the past, and urinary tract infections, these are things that are the cause of many doctor's visits. And if only our country realized that by incorporating the healthy cranberry into our diet, we support our urinary tract, our bladder, our kidneys' ability to avoid sort of the implantation. It really favors the friendly bacteria and the friendly flora and avoids the implantation of the pathogenic, of the adverse bacteria. So
absolutely.
Not a drug, not a medicine, but it's something that creates an environment that sustains and promotes a healthy environment.
It's so true. And if you have a minute to read some of those reviews, hundreds of perfect 5-star reviews, you will see that it really is a product that delivers results. And a lot of us, it's just part of our daily regimen. And we just take it, and it really is a wonderful thing when that is one less issue you have to deal with. And if you have a daughter or anyone in your life, and frankly, men take this product as well. A lot of times you think urinary tract is only a female issue, but men also can really benefit.
especially as men get older,
Yeah.
it's one of the fun little things of getting older. We all discover parts of our body we didn't have to think about in our youth. But as men get older, prostate issues affect urinary tract and bladder function. So men also discover that maintaining a healthy urinary tract and bladder is a beneficial thing. I suspect that there are very few urologists in America that wouldn't recommend to their patients to consume either cranberry juice or cranberries or standardized cranberry extract. That's how, I mean, even if you just go to the National Institute of Health clinical science, the research website, you're going to find not 10, 20, but hundreds of research studies discussing and validating the benefits of cranberry for the health of our bladder, kidneys, and urinary tract. So I'll just read a few reviews here.
Great.
And again, it's not a drug, not a medicine. Obviously, cranberry is cranberry. It's a fruit. But what it is, it's something that happens to exert a wonderfully positive effect on the environment in our bladder, kidneys, and urinary tract. And that's just a wonderful gift from Mother Nature. So if we look here, it says, thank you. I am a physician who combines alternative methods with conventional medicine.
Nice.
I have confidence in Andrew's products and use them myself. I was very glad to see this product in Andrew's arsenal, as cranberry has been shown to reduce urinary tract infections and improve kidney function. My mother is 89 and has experienced an improvement in her urinary tract health after taking cranberry. I also take this every day. Thank you, Andrew. I do as well. I also give this a couple of times a week. I give this to Lincoln.
Oh.
I put this in Lincoln's food.
Oh.
It's just, again,
Why not?
all it is, it's a pure extract of
Nice.
cranberry with a little bit of vitamin C added, so it's healthy for dogs as well.
Great.
We actually have a couple of reviews that talk about benefits to their dogs. Working great. My mom told me about this product as I'm very prone to UTIs. I started taking these in November of last year, and so far, they have worked great. I've not had any problems with recurrent UTIs since I started taking this product. My mother has been using Andrew Lessman's vitamins for years now, and she has me sold. I have since purchased his Essential One and liver antioxidants as well. Thank you for a great product that is working. We'll do one more.
Perfect.
And yeah, I see the word diabetic. I know where this is going. A preventative must. I have frequent urinary tract infections. My urologist recommended drinking cranberry juice, as so many urologists will, only when I don't have a flare-up. Since I'm a diabetic, I try to stay away from juices, all of that sugar. Taking this supplement satisfies the requirement of having the benefit of cranberry without raising my sugar levels. Thank you, Andrew from Sorrento in New York.
Perfect. We're busy taking your calls. You can see almost 700 have been ordered. If you'd like yours, pick the size you'd like, take advantage. This is a one-day special visit with Andrew Lessman. So we have a show tonight, one tomorrow midday, and one tomorrow night, and that's it for the visit. So I just want to point that out. If you're looking to stock up on your cranberry, this is the perfect time to do it. And incidentally, we are coming up on, gosh, about 45 minutes from midnight. You don't want to miss the new Essential One Today special. That is we're all stocking up on that. When you see the value, you're not going to believe it. It's very exciting.
The question I'm almost often asked that you would ask me if someone's going to swallow one capsule of mine.
Yes.
What I've always said, CoQ10, vitamin D, Essential One, all at the very top of the list. B12, top 4 right there. But when you're looking at our Essential One tonight, it basically is Essential One with a separate vitamin D and a separate B12.
Here we go. Are we going, Steve? Steve,
we're going.
I think the cue is when he says, do I have my big girl shoes on?
Do you have your big girl
I think
shoes
that
on?
means it's time to go that way.
I'm not worried.